I'm a very competitive person. You should know this. Mark, we're like best friends. Ponza versus Red Black Death Shadow.
So let me tell you how this matchup goes, because I already know.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Can you tell the future?
I'm sorry.
Can you see the future?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Am I gonna be a
I'm having
millionaire?
premonitions.
Okay. I'm listening.
So, Logan does not need very many lands to execute his game plan.
Sure.
And I think Faithless Looting is a hell of a card against land destruction because you can find lands easily as needed with very little mana. So, in fact, Logan probably already sniffs out that his opponent is on. Oh, baby. Double Bloodcast.
Double Bloodcast.
Oh.
Man, hashtag value
I
town.
like this deck.
Build it.
Yeah, I like this deck. Say what?
Build it.
Build it?
You need to build
Red,
me
Black,
you
Death
need
Shadow?
to build me that rug deck, too.
So, does Matthew have the God play? No. Okay. If Matthew would have had turn 2,
Bloodman?
turn 2, put Utopia Sprawl on my forest, and then get another land, and then cast Moonwally Acid Moss on turn 2, and take out that Blood Crypt and get a land, that would be sweet.
That'd be gross.
So, I think it depends on what's in Logan's hand. I think you got to take the Storm Breath, because he can cast that next turn.
Yeah.
But then he can cast the Inferno Titan the following turn. But if Logan can just deal with both those threats, Matthew's in automatic top deck mode.
For sure.
Someone's telling me to play Blue-Red Fevered Visions in Legacy. Maybe for Force of Will. I don't know. It sounds really bad.
I don't know
But then again,
anything about Legacy.
it sounded bad in Modern too. So
It didn't sound great. I'll say that.
I think Venser is an underplayed card.
Venser. Which one's Venser?
The Shaper Savant.
That doesn't help.
4 mana, 2/2 flash, return target permanent or spell to its owner's hand.
That's 4 mana, dude.
You're 4 mana, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, you know what I would play in this deck is Cryptic Command number 5? Brutal Expulsion. Hell yeah.
I'm listening.
You know that card?
No. That's why I'm saying
Oh,
listening.
man. When Brutal Expulsion was first spoiled, I pre-ordered 8 copies.
Okay.
And I still have all 8 of them.
And you're not playing with them.
Well, some people borrowed them for Blue-Red Control and Standard, I think.
Choose one or both. Return target spell or creature to its owner's hand. So it's like a remand, right?
Yeah, except for it's not counter, so it gets through like Cavern.
Right.
The other thing is that it does 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker, and when it first came out, when Brutal Expulsion came out, Voice of Resurgence and Kitchen Finks were both really big,
Yeah.
but Brutal Expulsion kills them both and exiles them.
Yeah, okay. So why don't you play in your deck with that?
I'd probably play one in the
Do it
sideboard.
right now.
I would bring it in against certain decks,
Do
and
it.
it would be
All the decks.
aggressively mediocre.
All the decks.
Primal Command.
He's gonna search for a creature and bounce.
He's probably gonna put Logan's Blood Crypt on top of his library, or he might just gain 7 life.
No, bounce the Death Shadow.
Wait, you can't make your opponent gain 7 life, can you? With Primal Command? Yep, okay, yeah. Target player gains... So he's going to make Logan gain 7 life. I think I actually made that play when I was playing Ponza. I made my Death Shadow opponent gain 7 life. It's pretty silly.
So Shadow dies. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and he'll put Blood Crypt on top of Logan's library. But hey, we still got 2 Bloodghast in play, so...
Yeah, 2-1 beaters. Pretty good clock right there.
A good play by Matthew Minniear there, leveraging his Primal Command, but it still means he has no threat.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to Stormbreath Dragon? Do we take that with Thoughtseize?
Yes.
We took
No.
Inferno Titan with Thoughtseize, but
No.
do we still have
Wait.
Stormbreath?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, so Matt still has the Stormbreath. I'm not sure why... I guess the reason he played out Primal Command instead of Stormbreath is that if you swing with Stormbreath, Primal Command will not kill that Death Shadow anymore. You know?
Yeah.
So I guess that's a good play by Matt. But it also means that your Stormbreath could have gotten taken with a discard spell, which could have been pretty bad.
So quick side note.
Sure.
You ever see my game up against Logan
On
YouTube?
Logan, right? This Logan?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's playing Black White Tokens, and I was just started on Abzan.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So we're in game 3.
Okay.
This is the most important part. I'm at 2 life.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to his end step. You have a fetch, and everyone's like, "Why are you fetching?" And I'm like, "Better chance of not drawing a land, I guess. I mean, regardless, I'm at 1 life, right? Or it's at 3 or something." He's got a shitload of tokens out on the field, and so I go to fetch, and everyone's like, "What was the top deck?" And I like slowly reveal it to the camera. It was a Termagoyf. That was bad because tokens fly. Their tokens fly.
Tokens
right?
fly. Yep.
So I grab my land, I shuffle.
Wrath of God.
No. My own lingering souls
Did that save you?
kept me in the game, and I ended up winning.
I'll have to watch that.
You should.
I'll watch that.
It was pretty sick. I feel bad for Logan because he should have won that game, but hey, top decks happen, right?
That's why it's called Top Deck Productions.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, great sport. But,
so we got back Death Shadow to try and maybe race the Storm Breath, but it's
That's
going to
not
be
gonna
real
happen.
tough to race Storm Breath.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't see it.
Though Matthew cannot activate Monstrous yet. He needs 1 more mana. Stone Rain.
How much does monsters cost?
7.
Oh, damn.
And it would actually deal a lot of damage. If Matthew actually activates Monstrous, it's just straight up lethal because Logan has a bunch of cards in hand, and then he would swing for 7. Yeah, so Logan goes to 8.
That shadow's gonna be pretty beefy.
Yeah, so if Matthew top decks a land that comes into play untapped, he just wins, unless we got a terminate from Logan or something.
So, Mark, I got a question.
You got a question?
Where's the beef?
Okay. All right.
You're not answering my question. Mark.
All right, so Logan, Logan's got a play. He's making. I don't even know what that's from. Honestly, is that like a
Wendy's?
That's right. But that's not a.
Where's the beef?
That's not a current slogan, right?
No.
Isn't that like an old?
No, but I said the Death Shadow was beef. Here.
That's from like
Clicked in my
decades
head.
ago, right?
That was like tops 5 years ago.
No.
Dead serious.
No.
You want to bet?
Not really.
Because you know I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm never wrong.
Okay, so does Matthew have a land, folks? Here comes the big top deck. And
Don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so
would've
either.
slammed it
Yeah,
out.
he would have slammed
He
it.
would have slammed it.
Oh, it's a primal command.
Oh.
Oh, he can kill the
Wait,
death.
yeah, he could kill Death
He's gonna kill Death Shadow again. But if he does that, that's so bad for him because he can't afford to give his opponent that much life here, because that makes him lose the race.
So what is Storm Breath right now?
4/4.
4/4?
God, that is so funny though. Like he can't give his opponent the life to kill Shadow because he'll lose the race so badly to this Gurmag and these blood gas. So I think Matthew's probably gonna go get a. Well, he has to get a. I guess he gets a primeval or not a. What does he lose next turn though?
What's the question? What's going on?
You know what? I think Matt has to do is actually get a Birds of Paradise. No, wait, no, he has to tap. That doesn't help. Okay, put Blackleaf Cliffs on top. But dude, he has.
Do you make
And
them
gain 7 life.
7?
I think
Because he would kill the Shadow again. He's still got 2.
no. He's made himself gain 7, but I think. Does he lose? 1, 2, 3. Well, he wins the race that way if Logan can't remove this bird. Now so Logan's gonna fetch to get Blackleaf Cliffs off the top of his library because Matthew put Blackleaf Cliffs there. Logan does not want to draw Blackleaf Cliffs.
Why isn't he just grabbing the top?
Say what?
Why isn't he just grabbing the top? Oh, never mind.
Okay. Yeah. So
Mark, I'm good. I'm good, dude. 5, 9,
If Logan can't remove
15.
wait, but isn't Logan at 4, not 7?
Should be.
Yeah, but if Logan can't remove the bird, I think he loses, right?
Yeah, I don't see any other way. Because obviously Matt's going to be like, hey, I can do some math real quick. I'm still in high school. I think he's actually a freshman.
I'm pretty sure I think Logan is. If Logan had a team or battle rage, this would be easy, but he doesn't.
Really? You don't say.
So Logan will go to 2. I'm not sure.
Because Matt's just got to block with the bird now, right? Geist, that does nothing. Block shadow.
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
God, that was a good match though.
That was.
Matthew definitely played both of his primal commands correctly, and Logan just could not find a bolt or a fiery temper or anything to answer that Birds of Paradise.
All right, question.
Yep.
Serious question.
Okay, serious question.
I heard
Yes.
Mishra Bauble is a very skillful card. Do you agree or disagree?
So, the card itself or the decks that the card's played in?
The card itself, it needs a lot of skill.
So that's true. It's true for a few reasons, but it's not
Okay.
like a lot of skill. What the way you leverage the card is, one, you have to. The first thing is it makes your mulligans difficult because you don't know what's in your hand exactly, just like Street Wraith.
Correct.
The other thing it does is it has incredible synergy with fetch lands. And so sequencing your first couple of turns with a Bauble in your hand and knowing how to maximize the use out of your fetch land to see as many cards as possible, to get as many choices for what you want to draw, that's can be challenging, difficult to think through, and provides a lot of options. Also, the utility of sometimes using it to look at what's on top of your opponent's deck is an interesting decision to make. That is also just another decision tree that
Sure.
evolves out of the card. But is it hard to play? I mean, maybe you could argue that it's hard to play optimally all the time,
Sure.
but it's not
I mean,
necessarily.
everything's hard to play optimally, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we can go down that road, but
So I agree. It is a skill card, but when you, as long as you know what you're doing with it, and just think about the ramifications of top deck manipulation and fetch lands, and always consider that you can use it on your opponent if you want. I don't think it's. There's certainly way more skill-intensive cards that I can think of. So
like
but-
lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Deal 3 damage to face.
But who told you that? I mean, I agree. It's a true statement. But
I heard it from Jason.
Jason Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. There are a ton of options with the card, but I don't know. My basic thought would be this: it is definitely harder to play any creature card that has a power and toughness because there's way more decision making involved with any single creature in combat than there is with Mishra's. Mishra's Bauble. Yeah, it's a lot of thinking for what really is a cantrip,
Yeah.
but it's not like it has more play to it even than, a Tarmogoyf,
Yeah.
which, is, I mean, the combat step is way more complicated than anything you could do with Mishra's Bauble.
Yeah.
But I agree, it's a deceptively simple card. It appears to be simple, but it may not be so. There are lots of options with the card. And also, like, sometimes delayed card draw, because that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
It delays card draw. That stuff can be difficult to reason through in your mind. Like, okay, well, I don't have this card yet. I know what's coming. How do I use that information to play this turn optimally, knowing that I'm going to not have this terminate on top of my library till next turn? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely don't think it's a super skill-intensive card comparatively. Like I said, I think any creature takes not that I mean any given creature takes a lot of skill to use in general, but it's not like specific to that creature necessarily. So like yeah,
Sure.
if you're good at combat, you don't need specific knowledge to play Wild Nacatl or Tarmogoyf, you know.
Sure.
But you know, I think creatures are harder to play than Mishra's Bauble is in general.
Right. Ooh, pack rat for the first time.
Hell yeah, Pack Rat. Pack Rat seems like it's pretty good against Ponza. If Matthew doesn't have a quick bonfire or an Anger of the Gods very soon, we
Shit's
might
going
just
out
lose
of
the
hand.
game to Pack Rat. I want to see us discard some Bloodcast.
Oh my god, please. That'd be great.
So, to answer Golgari's question about the last game, if you search for another dragon there, you don't have any mana to cast the dragon. Because you would have to tap out for Primal Command, and then you wouldn't be able to play the dragon.
Yeah, I could not work.
Whereas
with,
putting the land on top of Logan's library gives Logan as few outs as possible to, you know, because then Logan has to fast to try to get something, but then he has less lands in play to try to cobble together some sort of damage play.
Yeah, that play that Matthew did with Primal Command was I would have never seen it.
I mean, the most important thing there was giving yourself 7 life.
Well, that and I think the earlier one when he gave Logan 7 life.
Oh yeah, the first one he used was definitely good too.
That was pretty spicy.
Oh, so I see what you're saying. Golgari is saying if you just left your Storm Breath to block, get another Storm Breath, and then that way you're in no danger because you have your 1 Storm Breath to block, and then you have another Storm Breath to back it up. I think that's
So the thing
reasonable.
Is, if Matt did expect a lightning bolt to hit the bird, sure.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many variables, right?
You know what? I think I agree with Golgari. Given that Logan had a fetch land to take the to take the Blood Crypt off the top.
Sure.
If Logan did not have a fetch land, I very much like Matt's play of putting the land on top. But yeah, I agree with Golgari. Given that we had the fetch land in play, the Bloodstained Mire, I think it would have been cool to get another dragon, leave your 1 Storm Breath back to block, ensure that you're safe essentially.
Yeah.
And then have Storm Breath back up for the next turn to swing. So
yeah, I mean
that's also a reasonable line. It could be that Matt didn't have another Storm Breath, but that's doubtful. Most people play like 2 or 3. Some people even play 4.
Seems a lot. Man, the people in the back are just so loud.
Yeah, they're playing Commander, right?
That's gross.
Yeah, I don't love Commander, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Like I really like the deck that I play, and I like playing it with people, but I don't love the format by any means.
I don't like the format either.
It's not even really a format.
No. But apparently people take it way too seriously.
Yeah. Ooh, Golgari says he's seen Glorybringer in Ponza. I haven't seen that.
Glorybringer?
Glorybringer doesn't seem great in Modern. I like Thundermaw Hellkite as a one-of in Ponza. Like, if I were going to play some mix of dragons in Ponza, which I did, I still own the deck Ponza, and I played Thundermaw Hellkite in the sideboard because it's just good against a lot of decks.
Yeah.
But I would not play Glorybringer. The trouble with Glorybringer is that 4 damage doesn't kill Tassiger or Gurmag Angler.
You're right.
If Glorybringer said 5 damage on that ability, that would be sweet, but it does not.
Probably a little broken, too.
It does kill a Thought Knot Seer, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because Tron sucks.
Who?
Tron?
Oh, Tron, yeah.
Tron. Mark, you should know me by now.
Sure.
We've spent almost 5 hours together. which is the longest record for like anyone to hang around me.
Wow, that's I'm
Besides,
congratulations
besides
to me.
Eric and Eddie and Phil.
So we're swinging with some guys here.
You haven't seen me outside the card shop.
We're gonna block. So we're actually gonna put Matthew to very low life here because we're gonna fetch shock, put Death Shadow to. He's gonna shock to 8. So Death Shadow's gonna be a 5/5. Gurmag Angler's a 5/5. That's gonna put Matthew to 2.
Watch this. Watch
Unless
this.
we cycle a Street Wraith.
Logan's got Street Wraith. I'm calling it. Calling it now. Calling it now. Right? 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 Am I right?
Say what?
I don't know.
Oh, to West W Gaming. Yeah, I think Hazaret and Jund is pretty sweet. It's just not good against Path to Exile decks. But it does do a lot of cool things. Like, it's sweet in the Lantern Control matchup. If your Lantern Control opponent does not find a Pithing Needle for Hazaret, they just lose.
Logan had K Command.
Okay,
All
so
right,
he swung for 10 and then shocked him.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, what were you saying?
This guy's talking about Hazaret and Jund, and I think it's a cool one of. It's really good against Lantern because they have to have a Pithing Needle or else it can get through Ensnaring Bridge. It also is good against non-path decks, and it's a good blocker against Death Shadow. Like against Grixis Shadow, it's really good because you block a threat and then you slowly just kill them.
Wait, so you don't have to exert? You don't have to attack to exert?
Say that again?
So I'm reading Glorybringer, right?
Yeah.
Which is what they're talking about?
Yeah, he's a dragon. He's played a lot in Standard.
Right. It says you may exert Glorybringer as it attacks. How is that going to go through...
No, Hazaret,
Bridge?
not Glorybringer.
I asked if we were talking about Glorybringer. You said yes.
Sorry. No, this guy's talking about Hazaret.
No, I get that. But then I was confused when I said, "Oh, are we talking about Glorybringer?"
So,
you're like, "Yeah."
So matchups where Glorybringer would be good in Modern would be against Death and Taxes or Hate Bear style decks.
Unless you have one or fewer cards in hand.
Because it's a reusable 2-for-1 that is bigger than all their creatures. And if you put out a Glorybringer and you kill their Tide Hollow Scolder, their Thalia, kill their Flicker Wisp, kill their Thought-Knot Seer, that's a sweet play.
Yeah.
But outside of that matchup, don't love Glorybringer in this format. It's a little too slow. A little too slow. I do, however, like Thunderbreak Regent. Do you know that card? Also a standard all-star dragon back in his day.
If I see the card, possibly.
It's a 4-mana flyer, a red dragon.
Really? It's a dragon that flies?
Yep, and it's it says whenever a dragon...
Man, she is on it. This is great.
Yeah, our stream runner is doing a very good job of getting cards put up on the screen for you.
Whenever a dragon you control becomes the target of a spell or ability. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this card's pretty sweet. I was brewing up a Mardu Dragons deck with this.
Yeah.
Based on something that Paul Corbel played. Anyway, you can do some cool things with that card.
Oh yeah. Ooh, how about this? Okay, we make a dragon deck with Aether Vial.
Nope.
Why?
You're already doing it wrong.
What? Well, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out, right? So they go ahead. They try to kill. They go to kill one of your dragons, right? You just flash that in.
And they take more damage.
They take damage because of it.
Yeah.
How is that not value? That's just... And here, look, later in the game, right? You have 2 dragons in hand. You can only play one at a time.
What about Aether Vial on 4 in a drag? I don't know. So the thing is, there aren't enough dragons that cost 4 or 5. You have to sort of pick one or the other. But so here's how you would play the deck. Mardu Dragons.
Sure.
You're playing about 9 dragons. Okay. You're playing 4 Thunder Breaks, 4 Storm Breath, and 1 Thundermaw Hellkite.
Yep.
You got 9 creatures, and then the rest of the deck is just like Mardu Nahiri. Yep. You've got Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Lightning Helix, Lightning Bolt, Crackling Doom, the works, Fatal Push, Path to Exile.
And Aether Vial.
No. You're just playing 9 dragons, and the deck operates a lot like Mardu Nahiri, except for instead of Nahiris, you're playing 9 dragons and cutting a little bit back on like the Emrakul and some control spell. You probably cut the Lingering Souls because you already got the flying game down.
Yeah.
That's what the deck would look like. And then you'd play one of a sweet Sarkhan's Triumph,
Yeah.
which is a 3-mana instant speed tutor for a dragon. And then you have some sweet dragons out of the sideboard.
Yeah.
Like our good friend Arcwing Dragon. No, you wouldn't play that one.
All right. Okay. How about this?
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Okay.
It's a 1-drop
It's a 1-drop.
artifact.
Soul Ring. Pithing Needle. Graphic
Modern.
Escape.
Okay. Hold on.
Ballista for 0.5.
1-drop artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can put a counter on it. And then you can flash creatures in with it.
I never heard of.
It's called Aether Vial.
Oh, okay.
We should throw that in there.
I'm not sure it fits,
No, it does, because hear me out. Turn 5, right? Turn 5. You can throw out 2 dragons. Bam.
Yeah, I.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Maybe you shouldn't play Rug Eternal Command. Maybe you should play this.
No. I'm going to take Eternal Command very seriously. Dragons, though, I wish I could take it seriously, but it's not good it's not good in Modern.
You could. Mardu Dragons would totally be a real deck in Modern. Yeah.
If
It is just as real as Mardu Nahiri.
But it's not the best.
It's not the best Mardu deck.
It's not great.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
I think it would have some great matchups. I think you'd have really good Jund Abzan matchups where you're.
Oh no, I played up against his dragon deck with Abzan.
Right,
Not
because
fun.
Yeah, because you're playing the same control E package, right? You're just playing all the best cards in Mardu colors, like Helix and Bolt and Inquisition and Path, but then your dragons in the Abzan matchup clean up Lingering Souls and don't get hit by push and beat the ground game clog of Tarmogoyf with these flyers and hasters. And in the Jund matchup, they hardly have any answers to your 5-drop dragons.
Yeah.
They.
We're not building dragons. We're talking about building dragons.
We have a guest in the commentary quarters, and they are very excited by this Mardu Dragons deck.
With Aether Vial.
As you can see, it's a fan. No, you would not. We're not playing Aether Vial. That's not happening.
I am.
Definitely not.
I'm doing it.
It's too high costing for that.
No, it's not. It's great. Trust me. No. Hey, I saw Andrew.
Which Andrew?
I'm trying to remember.
Teft?
Yes, Teft.
Yeah, he's
With
playing a
his
sweet
Kiki
intruder
deck,
alarm.
with his
Yeah,
Kiki,
intruder alarm
right?
Kiki. Yeah.
He brought in Kiki Jiki, okay, with an Aether Vial. That's a 5-drop.
Yeah, but he gets a lot more.
Yeah, but
he has way more than 9.
Whatever, dude.
Remember,
You're telling me flashing in a Thunderbreak Regent wouldn't be sweet?
it would be sweet.
There you go. That's all I need.
It just
Nope.
wouldn't work
No,
in
I
a
don't
deck
need
with
you to
9
finish.
creatures.
I don't
All
need
right.
you to finish.
Well, you know what, folks? We got a match here. So,
Yeah.
something's happening. I don't know what. we had a pack rat that did not make any more rats yet.
It didn't last game either.
Why make more rats when you can just play Death Shadow?
Well, it's a beast now. So Matt's not in a good spot.
No, but he does have Inferno Titan, which he can cast with 1 more land. But he is at 5 life.
Yeah. Wait, what's his other card? What's the other card then?
Jeez.
Oh man.
So if
how does he get out of this?
if Matt top decks a Bonfire of the Damned, miracles it for 5 or for 4, he still loses. So I'm not sure what gets Matthew out of it.
What's in Matt's hand?
A Primeval or an Inferno Titan, I believe.
No, he just pitched that.
Oh, he pitched that.
Yeah, it's a K command. What if it's Bolt?
So Hour of Devastation, Matthew still loses to Death Shadow. Bonfire of the Damned, Matthew still loses to Death Shadow.
I don't think I saw a single Bolt in there either.
If Matthew somehow... if I don't think Matt's getting out of this one.
That's all Matt does is complain.
Oh, it's blasphemous act. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he can Wow, I was about, if I were gonna keep going on red sweepers that Matt couldn't win with, I would have eventually mentioned blasphemous act, but then I would have been wrong because blasphemous act does eat this board state up.
Wait, so what's it do?
So blasphemous act is, I think, 8 and a red.
Okay.
And it costs 1 less for
How do
each
you have 8?
creature in play.
Oh.
And it deals 13 damage to all of them. So he had exactly enough mana for it. Like, exactly enough mana for it.
Oh, he's just got to dodge some. Oh, no, wait. Logan just plays a land and wins.
Oh, because he has Bloodghast?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so happy about those Bloodghast, too.
Did he really not have a land?
Oh, he doesn't even have Bloodghast.
He does. He did he not just have Bloodghast?
No. I think you're looking at Street Wraith or something.
Oh, Pack Rat.
Oh, okay. So Matt is sitting on Forest Acid Moss. So he's actually, if he doesn't top deck something big.
Wait, no, he just drew.
Oh, he drew already? So he loses.
Yeah, he just drew.
Yeah, so
right?
So he lost, yeah. No, well, Matt, get your Dryad Arbor. Get the Dryad Arbor in block.
He can't.
No, it would come. It would come in tapped anyway, so because Acid Moss gets any forest.
Oh,
not just a basic.
That's not even in the deck.
I know.
You're such a troll.
I know.
Mark. You know what, Mark? It was great commentating with you.
Yeah, this was an interesting.
We had a lot of great conversations.
Did we?
Wow, if you don't even agree, that's what you get.
I'm kidding. That was very fun. This was an interesting night of Magic. What was our favorite match from tonight? I kind of liked watching Ajani Vengeant lose.
That was painful.
Yeah, lose to Merfolk and then beat Merfolk.
That was painful to watch. What was our first game of the night?
I can't remember.
It was only like 4 hours ago. Let's see. So we had this. What was the last round? That was Merfolk. We
got a player list right here. Did we watch Mike Farrell in round 1?
Oh, no, that was round 2.
Yeah, that was round 2.
That was round 2. And then we had, Michael Farrell versus Storm. And then round 1 was...
Oh, we watched Logan Reinhardt in round 1. We watched him on Black-Red versus whatever he blood mooned. He blood mooned to Jeskai Control.
Oh yeah, that was Mike.
He blood mooned. Yeah, Mike on Jeskai Control.
Yeah.
This was a good night. That was
okay.
Some good folks. As always, we're very sorry. I'm very sorry that I did not do my best work. I was somewhat inattentive and. But I tried really hard. I tried. fairly hard.
Wow.
And wow, Brent doing a great job here for the stream.
Man.
We don't
usually.
Have
to lie to me.
I'm not lying to you. I'm lying to the listeners. You just happen to be listening.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brent, are you actually selling Absinthe?
Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of Dark Confidants do you have?
I don't have Dark Confidants.
Okay.
I don't run Dark Confidants.
Yeah, I wouldn't either in Abzan, but...
I can send you my list.
Okay. If anyone in chat has 4 Modern Masters 1 Dark Confidants...
That's the Skrillex one, right?
Yeah. I would like to trade you my 4 Modern Masters 2 Dark Confidants, and I will up value... I will give you extra trade value, whatever you want. I need to transmute my Modern Masters 2s into Modern Masters 1s. Let me know in chat. Let me know. I've been on this quest for a long time, but no one will budge on this deal. I literally can't even find anyone that owns
if I was able to,
Modern Masters 1s.
Have you asked Mike?
Mike Bassford?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Do you think he has them?
I'm 90% sure he does.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I'll ask him.
He's the guy to ask for trades here. You should know this.
All right,
what is
folks.
wrong with you?
All right, we're out.
What do you mean we're out?
Thanks for hanging
You're
with
out.
us. You're
Whatever,
out,
dude.
All right. Well,
You better
I can't
bring me back on again with you.
I can't win. There's no winning.
Yeah, bring me back on. You'll win. All right. Good night, guys.